Hey there! Thank you for watching my channel. Today I want to show you a new stitch, and it's this one. It's the herringbone single crochet stitch. And here you can see the front and the back. So there is a front side and a back side to this pattern. And it's just a 2-row repeat. So I'm going to show you how you can crochet this stitch. So I've got my yarn and a crochet hook 4.5 millimeters, and let's start with a slip knot. And for this pattern you don't have to multiply your chains, so just chain any number of chains you want to. So I'm gonna make 10 chains, so make your base chain as long as your work has to be, or as wide as your work needs to be. And then let's start row 1. So we're going to skip that first stitch in the next stitch, but then in the back bump. So turn your work and you can see here the back bump. You're going to make a single crochet. And now we're going to start the herringbone single crochet. So you see 2 vertical bars over here, this one, and we're going to grab the left one. So put your hook in that left vertical bar, and then in the next stitch in the back bump you need to draw up a loop. So you have 3 loops on your hook now, so yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. So in that left vertical bar put your hook through there, and in the next stitch in the back bump you need to pull up some yarn to make a loop. So now 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And this is what you need to continue for this row. So in that left vertical bar put your hook in there, and in the next stitch in the back bump draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. So just in that left vertical bar and in your next stitch in the back bump draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. And we are using the back bumps so your bottom of your work will be nice and straight, and it looks different than when you put your hook in the stitch over here. So back bumps will make your bottom of your work look nicer. I'll show you that. So you can see on top of your work you already have the V's, and if you turn your work to the bottom you can see that at the bottom there are the V's also, so that's really nice look on the bottom. Okay, so for row 2 chain 1, turn your work, and now we make a single crochet, but we're gonna make a reverse single crochet. So you hook from the back into your stitch, your first stitch, put it to the front, grab your yarn, pull it from the front to the back, and then just make your single crochet as you normally would do. Now we're gonna make the herringbone single crochet, but on the back. So this is your wrong side you're working on now. So you can see the vertical bars over here, these 2, and you're gonna take the left one. So put your hook in that left vertical bar, and then from the back to the front put your hook in the next stitch from the back to the front, and make sure you grab both loops of your stitch, and then grab some yarn and pull it to the back. So 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And this is what you need to continue for this row. So turn your work towards you, I'm sorry, and in that left vertical bar put your hook through that bar, and in that next stitch from the back to the front put your hook through that next stitch, grab some yarn draw a pull loop to the back, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. So I'm gonna do this slowly for this row. So on that vertical bar, put your hook through there and into the next stitch from the back to the front. Draw a pull loop from the front to the back, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. And make sure your hook goes from the back to the front and your working thread is not between them. And you can see I'm turning my hook a little bit to make sure my thread goes through that stitch. So this is your next stitch. You can see my hook is like this. I'm grabbing some yarn and I'm turning my hook so my yarn goes through that stitch. And make sure that you continue this until the very last stitch. So I have one more stitch, so in that vertical bar over here, and in my last stitch just draw a loop, 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. So chain 1 and turn your work, and you can see a little bit braiding over here. That's the herringbone stitch. So this is your right side. And now in that first stitch, just continue with row 1. So in your first stitch, make a single crochet. And then in that left vertical bar, put your hook through there. And into the next stitch, make sure you grab both loops. Draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. So on that left vertical bar, and in the next stitch, draw up a loop, yarn over, pull through 3 loops on your hook. So continue this for the rest of your row, and make sure your stitches are not that tight, or it will be difficult to make your stitches in every next stitch. So I have 1 stitch left. Don't forget about the last stitch, because your work will be decreasing, and that's not what we want. So chain 1, turn your work and make a reverse single crochet. So you hook from the back to the front into that first stitch, grab your yarn, pull it to the back, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And now from the back in that vertical bar over here, put your hook through there, and in that next stitch from the back to the front, draw a pull loop to the back, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and just continue just this for this row. So I'm gonna make herringbone single crochets from the back to the front in row 2. And you have to get a hang of it for row 2, because you need to do it reversed. But if you are crocheting a few rows, then I think it will be getting better. So one more stitch, and you can see some stitches are a little bit tight, so it's a little bit more difficult to put my hook through it. So it's important to not crochet that tight. So this is your wrong side, so turn your work, just chain 1, and then just continue with the herringbone single crochet from the right side. So continue row 1 and 2 until your work is long enough, and then just weave in your ends, and then you're done. So I hope you like this stitch, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me them in the comment section below. And I'm curious if you're going to use this stitch for some project of you that you want to start. And well, just don't forget to subscribe to my channel and put on the notifications if you want to get a message when I uploaded a new video. And for now, I just wish you happy crocheting. Bye bye.